Well, here we are at one of my customers' house again. This is the house with the dehumidifier, the pool room. Well, he called me up this morning and says, this pool's not warm. So I get out here. This is the boiler we just did the repair on. We did the pressure switch. We did the heat exchanger cleaning. We sealed around the door, got that up and running. One thing I noticed today, my fan is, I can't tell now, but my fan blade is dirty, so I'm going to have to clean that out. But I couldn't get it up and running. So I was going through, troubleshooting procedure. And here's your high limit, your water high limit. That is open. Actually, it's closed now, believe it or not. Doesn't know what it wants to do. Now it's open. It was just closed. So that switch, that high limit switch is bad. I have it jumped out for the time being just to do some troubleshooting. I'm not going to leave it jumped out for the customer at all because I think what's happening is my pump is failing because my pump was making noise. I got good amp draw on it, but the pump's making noise. And another thing I'm noticing is my operating switch, I'm set at 140 and I'm getting up to 160. Actually, with it set at 140, I'm getting it to 180. So my operator, which is that control, is bad. It's not keeping the correct temperature. So my operating control and my high fire control go into here, into the manifold. One thing I do got to check is, okay, it does go into the manifold. We're on well water. One thing that might be going on is that well, that immersion well, could have buildup on it, insulating the probe. So that might be one factor. But I am going to order an operator because just to be on the safe side, you really don't want to screw around with, overheating the boiler or overheating the pipes. It could, it could. And another thing is this TMP valve. It's really crusty. So, that's a safety device that's got to be repaired. So we're going to get that fixed. And at 124 degrees, I just turned back on. So we'll see how far we go up. Our temperature's dropping because my makeup heat, or my heat for my pool room, just came on, so that's why that dropped so quick. So now what I'll do is I'll close this valve off for right now, just so I can watch the boiler heat up, and I'll close off my pool heat. That's a braze plate heat exchanger for the pool heat. And what I want to do is I want to kind of watch my temperature. Like I said, I'm set at 140 degrees on my operating control. Now, as you can see, my temp's going up. 136, 138. Okay, it's set at 140. My lights are still lit. I'm still firing. 148, 149, 150. Still firing, set for 140. Let's see, I got 170. 175, still firing, set at 140. 180, still firing. 188, still firing. 190. 194, still firing. And it just tapped, it went off at 200 degrees. So that operator is not working right. So what I'll do is I'm going to order a TNP, an operating switch, operating dial, new TNP. I'm going to have to replace that pump too because that pump was making noise. And clean the blower wheel on the inducer. So this is just a quick little video about boiler temperature operators for the boiler, how to troubleshoot them with your temp clamp on the supply pipe. Yeah, most of the time these Tridecators, temperature pressure, see this one's sticky, my temperature pressure gauge, sometimes they're off, so what I do is I hook up to the pipe and then I adjust my operator off pipe temperature instead of relying on the temperature on the Tridecator. It's just more accurate. So now we hit 119 degrees, we're coming back on. Let me shut this off. Shut that off for a minute. Shut my pool heat off for a minute, and let's watch our temperature and see if we what we hit again. So if you look, there's my valve, it just lit. Flames on. And let's see. So we got a hunt. See, we're going up. That says 135. And that's 130, so that's 5 degrees off. 140. Yeah, Tridecator sticking. So last time we shut off at 200 degrees just by tapping the control. So 150, 160. And our gauge is sticking. Still firing. 168, still firing. I'm set for 140. That is 179, 180, still firing. This time I shut off at 189. So just by tapping the control I got it to work, but it's dangerous to operate. You can't operate like that. So I'll just tell my customer, hey, gotta order parts, get back. We'll replace that operator control, the TNP, the pump. While I get the pump out, I might as well replace the air valve just as a precautionary measure. and clean the inducer motor. So that's it for this one. This is about troubleshooting operating control on a boiler Lochinvar. This is Lochinvar Efficiency. It's a little copper fin pool boiler, and the model number is EBN 150. And we went through all the troubleshooting, you know, just to make sure I had voltage where I had voltage, needed voltage, but that high limit back there on the piping manifold was bad. So until next time, until we come to do the repairs, that's it for this one. Like and subscribe. Thanks.